I mean, it's obvious a con trick. The Republicans are like, yeah, we're going to release the Epstein files. And the Democrats are like, yeah, you better. After they had 4 years to release them. And then, of course, earlier time. I will tell you that on some issues, the Google search engine is slanted towards the Democrats. You're not, you actually have to, it's very difficult to research certain things. So again, I don't know what Schumer's talking about. He's the man. He's the man that protected Epstein all of them years. Meanwhile, Trump's trying to figure out how to gracefully get Epstein in prison. Schumer was. That's the reason you couldn't get him in prison there, Trump. Schumer was protecting him. And that guy Kahana, whatever his name is, you know who lived in his area, right? You know who lives there, right, in California. I mean, there's not one Buck, okay? There's not one Ed Buck. I mean, really think about who this guy is. Trying to go, oh, I'm so mad. I'm sure there's allegations about him. And if FBI went and took these allegations and put them in a file, they would be there. They're forcing the fake pedophile game is what they're doing. Which means they're the ones that are responsible for Epstein's existence to begin with. If there was something wrong with Lucknick going to lunch on an island in the Caribbean with some other billionaire, then why didn't Obama take care of it? And Biden as VP. And of course, Holder was the U.S. attorney. I mean, the attorney general. Why didn't they take care of it if there was an issue of him being out there? I mean, obviously, it was a low-level offense. I mean, that's the way it was prosecuted. Now, of course, the Trump administration is the first ones that actually even thought to do anything. Everybody else is like, well, he's covered by the other plea agreement, which is BS. If you think something was going on untoward when Lucknick visited, no, the government's full of shit. The government doesn't protect people and then comes back later, well, why were you there? Well, I didn't know there was anything wrong. Oh, there was a charge. It was a minor charge. The way it was handled. Otherwise, he'd have been in prison, right? And the fact is, the FBI says, we don't want to diss anybody that says they're a victim of Epstein. But there are questions about the representations. What you're taking is raw data about billionaires and multimillionaires and political figures. Untested data. And then you saw a video. This looks like he's marketing somebody. If you ask me, Epstein's a geek. And he does all sorts of weird shit outside of just being the pedophile. Who knows what the hell he was doing? He's like the eccentric billionaire, multimillionaire, whatever he was. But you know what it is, right? Because you took money from Ed Buck, but deny it. Right? That's all I would have said. I said, well, I didn't know anything was wrong with them. Didn't we have an Obama presidency? Didn't we have an Eric Holder? Why was he out there then? Was my family in danger? Is there something you know that I didn't know? I would have went on the offensive. I don't remember ask that question or like say something about that person. I have to look them up. Oh, we'll look them up. We'll look them. We'll look up the person that was talking the left right there. see what their history is. There's like 50 people in Santa Fe that said there was something sexually questionable about them. Never had sex there. They're the ones that had sex, including with kids on drugs. They're all the Epsteins attacked me when I went to New Mexico. They're there. Oh, people are afraid of the thing in New Mexico. They're afraid that they'll be the next pedophile if they go after pedophiles. Again, that's what they did to. He won't tell you, but that's what they did to Acosta and the other people. They played you're the pet. See, the same people that are pointing at Lutnick, you're the pedophile, are the same people that harassed Acosta with these fake guys and all. The Weinstein investigators. Light sentence. Do you see how they playing it? They're still playing the same game to get Epstein off the hook. Epstein's the only one that there's a case against in there. That's why, again, I'm sure there's something against Andrew, but he's not here and they're not going to extradite him. That's probably it. Ghislaine Maxwell's in prison. But again, it's a spycraft hype. They're not as extreme. I lived in Naples. I lived in Santa Fe. I know what's going on. That's where the real pedophiles are. And they're active and they're taking out people with the pedophile game. And that's what you're trying to do to Lutnick, and that's what you're trying to do to the rest of them. Protecting the pedophiles by making a pedophile game. And then Virginia's law, which is okay, but it's not really going to bring about that many prosecutions. Because right now, federal law covers the entire United States, and there is no statute of limitations. Now, there's a possibility you want to play a game with that you'll try to indict Lutnick around a bunch of anti-ICE people with no case. Maybe that's what you're looking for. Because your own states are screwed up. But they're extended the statute of limitations, so I'm not sure what the amount is. I'll look at that later. So most of them had a chance to prosecute. And again, federal jurisdiction is there. It's been there by both parties. So if there's some political block, it wouldn't have been there unless somebody was paying. And of course, that's what you're all about, people paying. Like Ed Buck and Epstein. Epstein paid them. Of course they gave some money back when they got busted. Right. Who knows what he paid them on the side? Told you it was in an email. Epstein paid them protection. Come on. Why else would it pay you? Clinton administration didn't investigate Epstein. Biden didn't. Oh, we thought he was covered. That sounds like a scam. Obama and Biden didn't investigate. Oh, we thought he was covered by something. Right. Sounds like a scam. Just like, oh, we gave the money back. Right? Or to charity, whatever it is. You actually can't give the money to charity. I brought that up. So if you ever get a case where a politician gets money from somebody they want to give back because they get arrested for a felony. Actually, they might get arrested, but you actually have to, you tell them no, it goes to the victims. So it has to stay in an account for the Justice Department to seize. Right. They give it to charity, and you know who's in the charity, right? What's the other word for a charity? NGO. So who do you think that is? That's their cronies. So what do? They put the money into the NGO, and then what does the NGO boss do? He gives it back to Schumer, gives it back to everybody that gave the money back, with his cut coming out of it. So again, they don't get to give it to charity. It goes to the Justice Department in a seized account to be, given to the victims. No, I never figured that scam out until recently. I knew there was something wrong with giving it to charity, but here the scam is they give it to their favorite NGO, or an NGO where one of their underbosses are running, and then they get the money back anyway in donation. Well, unfortunately, Epstein's money was paid back to somebody else's donation. I mean, to the crook that said, "Oh, I'm going to give the money back to this person," and they're running a charity. Oh, what's it called? It's called Solyndra. Yeah, go ahead and steal my trash again. I'm giving you permission to do it. That'll be like, oh, they gave us permission. I think what they're trying to do is to show me that they can hack my one camera, but I don't really give a shit. There was something in my lease about cameras. I'm like, what the hell is that doing in there? And I said, I said to her, I guess that's somebody in one of your places was stalking a neighbor. I've had neighbors stalk me. Believe me, they're dirtier than dirt. And that's just the tip of the iceberg of what these people were doing around Epstein and the game they're playing. Stay peaceful. Praise God in all that you do. Praise God. Oh, I just want to say, Elon can actually sue the government and his brother. They just can't. They can't release information like that. If they wanted to take you to trial, yeah, they could. If they don't take you to trial, they can't release it. Well, because you don't have an opportunity to test it in court. That's what that stuff was put in that file for. It wasn't for, let's release it! Party time! Tequila sunrise! Well, stay peaceful. Praise God in all that you do.